10 shocking king coronation mistakes that should have never happened. Number 10, the medal mix-up. Eagle-eyed royal watchers have spotted what appears to be an embarrassing error on the coronation medal. The nickel-silver medal, which will be given to more than 400,000 people for their efforts to support the coronation, features the new king's royal cipher surrounded by a laurel wreath. The other side of the award, which also features a blue, white, and red ribbon, is decorated with portraits of the king and queen who were crowned in the ceremony at Westminster Abbey. In some lights, the date listed on the award looks as if it says 6 May 2033, a full decade after the coronation. But anyone concerned about receiving a medal with the wrong date can breathe a sigh of relief. The date on the medal is the correct one. Launching the medal on Friday morning, Culture Secretary Lucy Fraser said the coronation medal will act as a reminder of the important part each person has played in this moment of history. From our armed forces who protect our country to the emergency services who care for us at home, alongside those volunteers who are giving up their time to make this event so special, I am delighted that we can make their contribution to this special day and for each and every day that they go above and beyond serving their country. I mean, it's kind of poetic, but they could have done a better job with the date, at least. But anyway, number 9, Andrew, the extremely problematic brother of Charles, was in attendance, and obviously, what he's partaken in is horrible and extremely embarrassing and pretty much very disgusting for the royal family. But unlike Harry, Andrew hasn't self-deported and dramatically burned bridges with the family. So excluding him from the coronation entirely was apparently never on the table. The Duke of York was there, but you may have had a hard time spotting him. Andrew had been barred from standing on the balcony at Buckingham Palace since he's not a working royal. He is still a Knight of the Garter though, and they traditionally play a significant role in the coronation. 4 knights surrounded Queen Elizabeth II during her anointing, but it sounds like the ceremony has changed to exclude the prince entirely. Andrew may even be banned from wearing his garter robes to the festivities, which has reportedly left him furious. But the last thing the palace wants to do is put a giant feather cap on the family member it would most like everyone to forget about. Number 8, Harry. Harry attended his father's crowning ceremony, but Meghan, not in attendance. So while California may come calling for Harry soon, he held off until his father's coronation passed. But I'm sure the royal family will understand if he needs a moment to catch up on his Birkenstocks and avocados. It was definitely a bittersweet moment when Harry returned to the UK, but he wasn't alone. While Meghan won't be by his side, she'll certainly be with him in spirit. After all, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Number 7, Meghan and Harry's kids were not invited. Harry and Meghan's email invitation did not mention their children, so it's unclear if the palace meant to include Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Also, the coronation was scheduled on the same day as Archie's 4th birthday. The palace seemed uninterested in clarifying whether Charles's 2 youngest grandchildren are welcome at his coronation. Per the Telegraph, asked if Archie and Lilibet were invited, one royal simply noted that they were very young. On April 12, Buckingham Palace confirmed Archie and Lilibet will not attend. On to number 6, the public is being asked to swear allegiance to Charles. For the first time, the plebs can pledge themselves to their monarch. The part of the ceremony where hereditary peers assembled in Westminster Abbey swear fealty to the new king is being replaced by an homage of the people. The Archbishop of Canterbury will invite all who so desire, whether following the service in the Abbey and elsewhere, to repeat the words, "I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your majesty and to your heirs and successors according to law, so help me God." People seem to find swearing their allegiance to Charles from their couch creepy. As the Daily Beast reports, Labour MP Clive Lewis said he thought the oath would be either unwelcome or ignored by many. The anti-monarchist organization Republic called the move offensive and tone-deaf and noted asking people to swear allegiance to Charles and his heirs means swearing allegiance to Andrew. In a democracy, it is the head of state who should swear allegiance to us. Number 5, Camilla's crown features a stolen diamond. Previous queens and queen consorts, including Charles's mother, have worn a crown containing the famous 105-carat Koh-i-Noor diamond to coronations. It was assumed that Camilla would do the same, but that could set off an international incident. Several nations have laid claim to the diamond, and India has repeatedly demanded that Britain return it. In its place, Camilla's crown will feature a brilliant new diamond loaned to the crown by the Queen. Never one to make a statement without sending a subtle message. Her Majesty has ensured that the Kohinoor diamond is still seen at coronations, but not in its original form. A fitting reminder of the British Empire's checkered history. The Queen has loaned the crown a sparkling new diamond that is sure to draw everyone's eye. With this replacement, Camilla will shine as brightly as any previous queen consort or royal bride, and without risking an international incident. What could be more British than avoiding controversy at all costs? Cheers to Her Majesty for finding a diplomatic solution. The palace has figured out how to avoid the crisis and a real reckoning with Britain's colonial legacy. The Kohinoor diamond will be moved to a new display at the Tower of London that recognizes it as a symbol of conquest, though to be clear, the British aren't giving it back. Number 4, people think the coronation invitation features a pagan symbol. All the coronation symbols have a nature spring vibe, but the people were shocked to see the green man on the invitation as it's associated with paganism. The royal family Twitter account described the green man as an ancient figure from British folklore. In an interview with Slate, Francis Young, a historian and folklorist, explained that's not actually true. In his words, I spent a lot of time trying to debunk the idea that the Green Man is an ancient figure from British folklore. He's a made-up figure of 20th century folklore. He isn't actually an ancient pagan symbol. While a humanoid face with leaves does show up regularly in churches, cathedrals, and abbeys, it was likely seen as a sort of joke in ancient times. But an article written by a prominent folklorist in 1939 erroneously linked it to other Old English symbols, and it became a part of modern pagan mythology. The Green Man was probably included on the invitation to highlight King Charles's love of the outdoors and his climate activism, not to send a subversive message. But what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Is it a pagan symbol? Is it not? I don't know. Number 3, Camilla's grandchildren will have a significant role in the coronation. The Queen Consort's 5 teenage grandchildren did have a role in the ceremony, which left some royal commentators upset. Not because including the monarch's step-grandchildren is a break with tradition, but because this leak emerged before news about George's role in the event. In the same April 5 announcement about George's role, the palace confirmed that Camilla will be attended by her 3 grandsons and her great-nephew during the ceremony. The Times of London has described her decision to go with relatives rather than duchesses as a bold move. Number 2, Joe Biden. The coronation of the British monarch is and has been an extravagant affair, but one key guest was missing. While world leaders from around the globe have been invited to witness Charles's crowning moment, US President Joe Biden did not attend. Is that a snub? A sign that he has something else more important on his plate? Or simply a decision made out of respect for royal protocol? Who knows with Mr. Biden? What we do know is that this unexpected twist adds an extra layer of intrigue to what's already shaping up to be an unforgettable event. And it's guaranteed to give gossip plenty of material for months to come. On April 4, the White House confirmed that Biden will skip the coronation, with First Lady Jill Biden leading a US delegation to the UK in his stead. American officials noted that it isn't unusual. In fact, no previous US president has attended a British monarch's coronation. But while Biden attended Queen Elizabeth's funeral, he hasn't met with Charles since. The White House said the president looks forward to meeting with the king at a future date. He did not expect to see him when he traveled to Northern Ireland in April. So maybe he does want to show Charles who's in charge here. And finally, number 1, yes, Prince Charles had a huge role in the coronation. The palace is giving Prince George, who is second in line to the throne, but also 9, to have a prominent role in the coronation. Royal commentator Tom Quinn told The Express that there are disagreements behind the scenes about how much the lad can handle. In his words, I've heard from my contacts that there is a bit of an argument going on about whether George should play a more formal role. He said, I've heard that Kate and William are worried that it will be too much for him. Charles, who was 4 during his mother's 1953 coronation, did not take any part in any of the processions. On April 5, the palace announced that George will serve as a page to the king during the ceremony, along with 3 other boys. The royals decided that George and Princess Charlotte, who is 7, could handle being part of the royal family procession behind the queen's coffin in September, so this wasn't a big surprise. The Times of London reported March 17 that leaked plans show George, Charlotte, and 4-year-old brother Prince Louis will join Charles and Camilla as they exit Westminster Abbey, then ride back to Buckingham Palace in a carriage with their parents. But that is all for today. Let me know what you think about this juicy royal drama as usual. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. And I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.